Knowledge. I am Rob Knuckles. I'm the PGA Director of Golf here at Golf Club of Indiana. And today we're on the 11th hole at Golf Club, and we are about 125 yards away from the beautiful 11th hole, and we've missed the fairway. And we've ended up right here in one of our 30 fairway bunkers that we have out here on the golf course. And as you can see, this fairway bunker is pretty large and very typical of all the bunkers that we have out here at Golf Club. Fairly high lip, pretty decent lie, but it's, again, really a difficult shot. I have a lot of questions about this particular shot on basically every day. So I'm going to help you today on how to hit a great bunker shot from a fairway bunker from about 125 yards away from a flag. Stick around, Knuckles Knowledge is coming right back with your fairway bunker lessons. On hole number 11, we're about 125 yards away. So for me, a stock 125 yard shot from the middle of the fairway is going to be about a pitching wedge. That's a normal, just everyday stock shot for me. But when we get into a bunker, we run into a couple of different situations. Number one, I'm going to put a little more spin on the golf ball coming out of the bunker. Number two, because of my setup and the way we have to hit the golf ball, I'm going to put a little bit less distance on the golf ball. I'm going to come out a little bit softer. The ball is not going to fly quite as high. It's not going to come out as cleanly. So I have to choose a little bit different club. I'm going to have to use more club to help me get to the distance that I need to hit it. So for me, I'm going to have to go at least one more club. That would be my 9-iron. But I have one more factor that I have to consider. The second factor that I have to consider today is the wind. And in this particular situation, I've got a nice little breeze coming out of the west tonight, and that wind is really going to affect how far this golf ball flies. The wind's not really bad tonight, but it is a little bit more than normal, and you might be hearing some of that on that audio, and I hope not too bad that you can't hear me, but it's a little bit out here tonight. So because of that factor, because I'm going to have to put a little more spin on this golf ball to get it where I want it to go, I'm going to have to choose two clubs more than I normally choose in this situation. So tonight, I'm going to have to use my 8-iron to hit this shot. Even though it sounds like a lot of golf club, because my 8-iron is a normal 155, 160 yard shot. An 8-iron is going to allow me to hit a shot that's a controlled shot out of this bunker and allow me to get the ball on the green. Now, my expectation level here is going to be on the green, all right? Because, again, we're in a trouble-type shot situation. And like we've discussed before, I need to eliminate big numbers in my game if I'm going to be able to score well. I've already hit a, so-so drive here and put myself in a situation that I don't want to make a bigger number by making a mistake here. So I need to make sure I pick a club that allows me to get the ball from here to the surface of the green or very close to it so I can make a good par. So in this situation, choosing an 8-iron allows me to eliminate the big number and gives me an opportunity to put it at least on the surface of the green and give me an opportunity to make that 2-putt. So the setup here is going to be an important part of this. And a fairway bunker is a lot different than a greenside bunker. In a greenside bunker, we want to make sure that we strike the ground behind the golf ball and thump and throw the sand like we talked about before, and use the sand as kind of a cushion, if you will, to softly get the ball out of the bunker. But in a fairway bunker, we need this ball to come out fast. We need to come out hot. And the only way to do that is if we strike the golf ball first. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and obviously in real play you're not allowed to do this, but I'm going to do it tonight, is I'm going to draw a line in the sand right here. And this is going to represent the middle part of my stance when I take my stance. I want to make sure that when I strike this golf ball that my divot is past the middle of my stance. And we're going to make sure that when we set up that this stance, a golf ball position, is in the back part of my stance. That's going to ensure that we strike the golf ball first. It's very important in a fairway bunker that we strike the ball first. That's number one. Number two, we have to make sure that we kind of eliminate the lower part of our body. It's very similar to a greenside bunker where you dig yourself in the bunker to give yourself solid footing. Balance is very important in a fairway bunker shot. We want to make sure we have good solid footing and good solid balance in a fairway bunker so that we're not sliding around in here. A bigger swing creates a lot more opportunity for your body to slip and slide. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put myself kind of wiggle down in here a little bit. Now I'm not going to go really, really deep, but a good rule of thumb is as deep as I go into this sand to keep myself solid footing is about how far I want to choke down on this golf club. So if you'll notice, I've come down in here probably about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So I want to choke down on my golf club about the same amount of distance here. So I've choked down about an inch on the club here. I'm going to keep my club face square. There's no sense in closing it or opening it here because we are going to hit a normal golf shot to a certain extent. The only difference is, if you'll notice, the middle of my stance would be right here, and I've placed this ball back in my stance just a little bit. Again, this line representing where my ball is on the line, it's back in my stance. I want to make sure that I'm catching this ball first on a descending blow and that my divot goes past that line so that I strike the ball first. Now the ball is going to come out lower, and it's going to come out with a little bit more spin so that when it comes out and it flies towards my hole, hopefully when it lands on the green, it kind of stops a little bit faster, but it is going to come out lower. So if you have a large lip in front of you, you may not be able to reach the green, depending on how much distance you have between your fairway bunker and your green. So you have to take that in consideration as well. If you have 160, 70 yards to the fairway, to the green from your fairway bunker, and you've got a very large lip, time to take your medicine. Wedge it out, put yourself in the fairway, give yourself a chance to get on the green from there. In this case, I'm pretty sure I can get an 8-iron over the lip of this particular fairway bunker and get it on the green. All right, choke down the same depth that I'm in the fairway bunker. I open my stance just slightly just to give myself a little opportunity to move because I'm going to try to eliminate some of the lower body. I'm not going to swing all the way through with as much torque. I'm going to try to kind of move my upper body more than my lower body through the shot. Back in my stance, choke down the same amount, catch the ball first, make sure I have enough club. Expectation is on the surface of the green. Here we go. Just like that. Oh, that's a really good shot right there. Hit it right in the dead center of the green. I'm about pin high, and if you'll notice, the important part here is there's my line, and you see my divot started exactly on the top part or middle part of that golf ball and goes past it. I did not thump the sand and throw the sand. I just basically hit the golf ball and threw the sand. That's pretty cool, right? That's very important. That line really designates where I'm going to hit that golf ball and shows me exactly where I made my divot. At the ball and past it. Very important. So when you practice this shot, go to your fairway bunker, draw a line, place it back in your stance, and start taking divots right past that line. Start taking your swings, and make sure you take your divots at that line and past it. Just like that, right? So that way, oh, I hit that one a little bit fat. That's the one you say, oh, I hit that fat. You probably chunked that one, and it barely came out of the bunker, okay? Let me show you one more shot. So here's my line. I'm going to place that back in my stance, right? Choke down the same depth that I go into the sand. So that's about an inch or so. About an inch on my club. There we go. Eliminate the lower body a little bit. We're going to hit the ball first. Down in the sand. Expectation. Middle of the green. Oh, that's a really good shot right there. Perfect. Oh, that's a really good shot right there. Perfect, just like that. Thanks a lot for paying attention to Knuckles Knowledge this week. I hope you learned a little bit about how to hit it out of a fairway bunker. If you need help with your game, come see us over at Golf Club of Indiana. Come see us at the Golf Performance Academy. All those guys over there are awesome at teaching the game, especially trouble shots. Or you can hit subscribe right here and see Knuckles Knowledge anytime you want. Thanks a lot for paying attention. We'll see you next time on Knuckles Knowledge.